So greetings and salutations, my people. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? So Fabian says here, back finally. I think this is installment 5, and I'm gonna start off by saying Happy Heroes Day. It's National Heroes Day in Jamaica for my non-Jamaican peeps. Um, and yeah, so interestingly, so who are you a hero to? What causes are you championing? I mean, how are we showing up in our lives as heroes for people as we celebrate in Jamaica our 7 national heroes, and several people are getting special national awards now for different areas. And I selfishly want to big up a few that I know. Well, one that I know really, really well, Joan Andrew Hutchinson. Congratulations, my sister, on this award for contribution to culture and entertainment and arts in Jamaica. Well deserved, well deserved, well deserved. Blessings. And big up yourself, Grace Jones. Grace Jones also got a national award, as did several other people for just playing their part, in advancing Jamaica's betterment and niceness and stoicness and awesomeness. And I think that's a responsibility all of us have in every sphere that we are, not just for Jamaica, but for the world, in terms of how we show up. So, big up on yourself on National Heroes Day. This installment is actually called Out of Many One, ? Because, that's Jamaica's motto. But yet, interestingly, I'm consistently just amazed and disappointed by how divided we are, how many things separate us, and how sometimes we revel and regale in that as opposed to rallying around this really wonderful idea, this concept. And is it really just a concept or something that can then really, really happen? We have so many dividers in Jamaica, some of which we put up. We're committed to this, uptown versus downtown, dark skin versus brown skin, PNP versus JLP, all kinds of things, man versus woman, puss versus dog. We seem to be so committed to othering each other, as opposed to rallying around the identity of being Jamaican or being human, and recognizing and respecting people's rights, and embracing other realities, and kind of saying, boy, that's not my reality, that's not the space I come from, but I can see and hear and respect where you are coming from. So we're not really, really good putting diversity thing in Jamaica. Diversity seems to frighten and scare us. We have this need to keep each other separate, which I think we as individuals have to work on. I have to take our politicians to task. The division that has been wrought on Jamaica by politics is saddening and sickening. We have communities divided down the middle. There are people who politicians can get you to shoot your brethren you went to school with, who you eat food at their house last week, for politics. And the reality is a lot of times people are not even benefiting in any real way from the politicians. So we need an educated, informed, empowered electorate that really holds our leaders accountable and doesn't, get divided by a color, green in my blood. If you cut me, bleed orange. Really, people are still saying that in 2018. The brainwashing and the narrow-mindedness is real. But let's talk about being Jamaican. Even our politicians, the point of having an opposition is not to disagree with everything. If something works for the country, support it. Big it up as a great idea. But the kind of nitpicking and back and forth thing and childishness, me not even touch where I go on in a parliament, because that more often than not is a travesty. But we could rally around each other and really, really celebrate who we are. We have a commitment to separation. So one of them, maybe on a lighter note, is our commitment to VIPness. On every single event that we have a VIP section. And then there's a VVIP section. So, we have to know that I am better than you. I can afford this ticket and you can't. And you are in that section and I'm in this section. And then you have sections where you can get all-inclusive drinks and you can get food served to you. Just this commitment to separation is amazing and kind of sad. One of the stories I remember is a gospel concert Yes, even gospel concert, where we are all God's children, all one in the light of the Lord, has a VIP sections. And a couple of years ago, I remember Yolanda Adams and Kirk Franklin, and somebody else was here. And I hear, it made the papers and made the internet that when they came out, there's a big section in front of them that was empty. And then the majority of the people were in the back. And when they came, they were like, what's going on? And I got that they asked and they were told, oh, that's the VIP section. And they said, oh, okay then. And then I think I got that thing when Yolanda was singing her set, she said, I don't mean to cause trouble, but can you have the people who are all the way in the back move into this section since there's hardly or nobody there? We feel like we're singing across an ocean. And I think eventually they moved the barriers and made people move into the sacrosanct VIP section. This commitment to separating people. And I'm going to tell you a couple of stories, and this is a truth and I'm making it up. There's 2 different Chinese restaurants, right? I'm going to start with one. They have a lunch special, okay? And you get the lunch special in a styrofoam box, and hopefully the styrofoam boxes will soon be no more. But when you order the lunch special from them, you cannot eat the lunch special that you buy from them inside their restaurant. They have a little joint courtyard section outside that they share with other restaurants outside. You have to eat the lunch special outside there, because this lunch special in a styrofoam box that you buy from them cannot be eaten inside their restaurant in their nice booths and on their nice tablecloth tables. I kid you not. Another Chinese restaurant that I go to sometimes. I noticed one evening I was having dinner, right? And the young man didn't bring my Pepsi to the table. And they said, if him thinks I'm not drink, I haven't want Pepsi because I don't know what I'm pour it out for. But, I let that pass. And I went back a couple months later, and the same thing happened. I said to the girl, why have you guys started this thing of not bringing the Pepsi to the table? And she said, oh, the owner, the manager, whoever owns it says, no, they must pour it. And don't leave the Pepsi on the table. I'm like, but am I Pepsi? I'm going to drink the one I ate. She said, no. Them said they must bring it, pour it as we need it. So I said, okay, that seemed like extra work. I was carrying some of the food home, and then, she took it and she put it in the container for me. And then she kept it over, away from the table on the counter. And I said, well, afterwards she was explaining to me that apparently another rule they have is they can't bring the takeout stuff to the table. They mustn't be put on the table with the customer. You must give it to them when they're leaving. And I'm like, what? This just don't make no sense to me. But we divide and we divide and we divide and we divide as opposed to coming together and rallying. So God bless the time when sports make a rally. Especially when our athletes are doing well. It's a beautiful thing to see Jamaicans moving past separation and just celebrating as Jamaicans. I think we kind of get the same feeling when we see somebody in Jamaica in a film, that we can identify. We put aside the barriers and really become out of many one then. But other times we just seem to committed to this separation, which I really, really think we need to get past and just see people as people. Another one that might be petty, but a lot of things you have ladies' night, ladies free. A lot of events have flowers for the ladies, but the men them don't get nothing. I can't think of any man could be free or the first 20 men free. A handful. You can probably count them on one hand of functions or dance companies, even performing companies acknowledge the men in some way. I have to big up Lantoinette Steins from Lakadka. Lantoinette always also gives the male dancers or the men in the production gifts as well on stage. Most other places don't. And again, some of this othering we do, I think, without thinking, because it becomes natural. We don't even think about it. So wow, just imagine with me a world in which, I'm going to start with a Jamaica in which we see past barriers. We're not othering schools. Schools are getting all the resources they need. So schools are really a level playing field so that children don't have to commute 2 hours, 3 hours out of where they live to be in a safe school with the resources and the teachers and admin support that they need. You know, we're moving past sexual orientation, and people are not just gay, not just straight. They're just Jamaican. They're just people. That people aren't, oh my God, she's trans, and what does that mean? That you got to inform yourself and find out, and that we respect people's right to be here. We value everybody's life. You know, we look at, you know, inner city, ghetto versus uptown, downtown, and just value people as people. No matter where you come from, everybody thief. All kind of people thief. All kind of people start fights. All kind of people give trouble. Some are better at appearing to be something that they're not. But we tend to just, you know, oh, this person is from here, and we use all those people from those places, seeps into all our conversations. You know, Jamaica, we are a heavily divided nation. Yet such an amazing, powerful people that I honestly believe is in our DNA. I mean, if we can just move past that and start to value and respect each other and protect each other. You know, we're looking at what's going on in the world now with women's rights and their bodies and girls' bodies and rape and molestation. And people actually want to be hung up on, well, why did you take so long to report? You know, and we look at the Life in Leggings in Barbados, Tambourine Army in Jamaica, which got shut down real quick, you know, because we're about to start talking about naming names of men, of abusers. And the reality is, Jamaica, we're afraid of that because the names that we can get called, you know, Jamaica got locked down. You know, we have to really, really move to unifying and healing, because the reality is, and I honestly believe this, and this might be another Fabian Seh, we are a nation in trauma. We are a nation in trauma, acting like we're not. We're not acknowledging that we're a nation in trauma, and we need to heal and create spaces of respect and openness and honesty. We're valuing each other and really living up to this really amazing, beautiful motto, out of many, one people. Anyway, my God for now, big up on yourself, enough love and respect. Alright, peace.